are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by The Keeg where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. For those of you who don't know, New Comic Book Day is every Wednesday. So all your comic shops, they get all their comics, DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, Indie Comics, whatever. They get them all on Wednesday, and we are here online every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube and via podcast to talk about everything that we could read in 24 hours that came out this week. It's an undertaking, but you know, we do what we have to do. Call us heroes if you'd like. But you know, we're just doing it because somebody has to do it. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera. And if you're watching us live, you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show, or listening to the podcast on Apple Podcast or Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. But wherever you are, like, comment, subscribe, follow, let us know you're out there, hop in the chat. We didn't have an episode last week, but we are back. Pretty packed October schedule. Let me introduce my guests. First up, you may know him as King Krakoa. We got Aaron. Aaron, what's up, man?
What's going on, my guy? Nothing much. Just, another comic-filled day.
I mean, we read comics. We got to talk about comics.
I mean, obviously.
What are we going to do? Read a comic and not talk about it?
I need someone to talk to. Right? I mean, I need someone to talk to about my comics. Why do you think I do the show?
Yeah, exactly. We got it. Also here to talk about comics, you may know him as the Cozmik Collector. We got Brandon. Brandon, what's up, man?
What's up? I'm happy to be on again.
Welcome back, man. I can't remember whether the last time I saw you was on this show or in person at San Diego Comic-Con.
I believe we did the show first, then met at con, and then this is the second time. So
okay,
the last time was at the con. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Have you've been to another con since, right?
No, that was my last one, was San Diego. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to New York though next weekend. So
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I decided I can't right now. I just got back from London.
Oh shoot.
So
yeah.
Not London Comic-Con, just London the city. And so it's been a lot.
How was it?
Did Aaron say something?
Oh, I said how was it?
It was good. I did some cool stuff. I also went to I think it's called Forbidden Planet. I got to do a video on it, but Forbidden Planet is like the biggest comic shop in London.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 stories, and shout out to Forbidden Planet in London. Their top floor is all merch and their bottom floor is all comics. So they're not one of those comic shops that just do merch or you know, and have like one spinner rack of like
we do all,
you know, loose leaf stuff. But no, they do everything. So shout out to Forbidden Planet. I got my comics for that week there. So
okay.
That was cool. Before we get started talking about comics, you guys have a comic shop that you guys want to shout out?
You know what? Yeah, for sure. I want to give a shout out to my local comic book shop in Charleston. Captain's Comics and Toys. It's a awesome comic book shop. They even like support their own little Comic-Con here, and it's like it comes every year in January. It's pretty awesome.
What city and state?
Charleston. In Charleston, South Carolina. Okay. If you ever need comics, definitely go there. There's some cool ass people there who know a lot of comic stuff, and I will sit there usually probably at least 30 minutes to just sit there and talk comics with them.
All right.
Yeah. I just got a local comic book shop because I just moved here like a month ago. So shout out J&J Comics in Thornton, Colorado. James and Jamie run a little shop about 15 minutes down the road, and they're awesome. So if you're ever in Thornton area, check out J&J. It's great.
Nice. I mean, London Forbidden Planet was cool, but my home shop is Comic Hero University in Fullerton, California. So if you're in SoCal, check out Comic Hero U. It's run by Enrique, and it's a good shop right next to the movie theater. So grab your comics and go see a movie.
Let's go.
We all read a lot of comics this week, and a lot of it overlaps, but we're here to talk about everything that we read. So I don't know if you guys have a list, your reading list of everything you did read, including issue numbers and whatnot. But I mean, I'll go first if it makes it any easier for you guys. I read Absolute Evil #1, or it's a one shot, but it has a 1 on the cover. Absolute Superman 12. I breezed through Adventures of Superman, Book of L #2. I read Batgirl 12, Batman #2, Birds of Prey 26, Cheetah and Cheshire, Rob the Justice League 3, Zatannic Panic, JSA 12, JLA The Omega Act, and then, I mean, I guess, yeah, those were all DC. For Marvel, I read X-Men Age of Revelation Overture, New Avengers 5, and Amazing Spider-Man 13. I think those were. I wanted to read Captain Planet. I didn't get a chance
I did too.
I wanted to read Speed Racer 3. Didn't get a chance to do that.
I also did not get around to Speed Racer.
It is what it is. We do what we can.
My buddy actually got me in. Well, my buddy's really into Speed Racer, and he was telling me I should pick it up. And then Mad Cave sent me like the issue 0, and I was like, here. I'm not like, yeah. I watched like the movie when I was younger, and I was like, you know what, I'll open it, and then like I was hooked, and I've loved every issue so far. I just picked up the Racer X like spinoff to start reading as well.
There's a Racer X spinoff, and then there's also a Tales from the Road or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 in this new like Speed Racer comic book universe. So
who would have thought Speed Racer would have a mythos, let alone a comic universe that has spin-offs that of multiple. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie was awesome. I mean, I heard it wasn't very accurate, but it was awesome.
I don't think I've seen the movie.
I've only seen bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, I watched it a bunch as a kid. I had the little car that like the toy car that when you clicked it, it did a flip.
Oh,
it was
okay.
Okay. What's cool about like DC gets certain like non-DC properties to do things with, and Marvel has Star Wars and like the Fox Studio stuff. But like Image and Dynamite and IDW and all those guys, they're like grabbing for IP. So Mad Cave has Speed Racer.
I mean, we have a comic of Powerpuff Girls and Thundercats, so you know.
Yeah, that's
we're in this era.
That's Dynamite, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
okay.
I low-key wanted to read that one. I'm upset that I did.
And then DreamWorks is through IDW, I think, because Zootopia is through IDW.
That's not DreamWorks. Zootopia is
Is it Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, it's through IDW. I think.
I think it's Dynamite.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've just been picking up all those color bleeds for it, like the variant covers.
Madagascar confused. I don't know why.
Madagascar is DreamWorks.
I always get those movies confused for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They're both in zoos. You get it.
They got animals in them, you know.
Right. Not to be racist against the animals, I guess, but
you know, all animals. Oh, Boom Studios has VR Troopers.
Okay.
And Power Rangers. So
yeah.
So that's interesting. Anyway, you know, you can find something for everyone. Comics are for everyone. So just find the thing you like.
Yeah.
Go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you, and pick up any of these there. What's on your guys' list?
You can go.
Aaron, I think you muted yourself.
I definitely did. My first one, of course, is Bytchcraft #4. I've been very faithful with that. Batman #2, surprisingly. Absolute Evil #1. Justice League Omega Act #1. X-Men Age of Revelation Overture #1. New Avengers #5, which I love. Spirits of Vengeance. So I'm sorry, Spirits of Violence #1. Umbrella Academy Plan B #3. Under X-Men Undertow #1. And yeah, that's it.
Very nice. Okay.
I just read all my DC stuff, so I got Batman #2, Justice League the Omega Act Special 1, Absolute Evil 1, Absolute Green Lantern 7, Absolute Superman 12, Poison Ivy 37, Batgirl 12, Adventures of Superman, the Book of L2, Birds of Prey 26, Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League 3, JSA 12, and Gotham Academy first year issue 1.
Did you read Zatannic Panic?
I have not read it yet. I picked it up for the Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm very like hit or miss on whether or not I read the specials or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely always pick them up though.
I have my opinions about it. I tend to read them all, and then if I love them or hate them, then I'll say and I'll compare them. But they're very interesting. The seasonal anthology books are, always interesting.
Yeah.
Because you get like short stories and like cool. Like,
Yeah.
If that's your
Usually a
thing.
good time for you.
Yeah. Sometimes they really work, and then sometimes.
It's gonna be a Naruto filler episode.
The thing about the anthology books is like if you read a not great story, you could just jump to the next one.
That is true, and it looked like the art was pretty cool. I know there's a Daniel Warren Johnson story in there, which I'm sure was really good. So I'll probably read it at the end once I get done with my like Marvel and my indies.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we read a good amount, and of course, between the three of us, we're not gonna read everything known to man that came out this week, but we do the best we can.
I can do better.
I always want to like. I'm like, what? I'm trying to catch up on Absolute Green Lantern because I saw a panel from this week, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's the best issue so far.
I was like, I think I need to hop back on. So I hop back on, and now I'm back to being interested because I was uninterested, and I read like issue 3, and I got back on track, and I was like, okay, but I just haven't gotten to 7 yet. What's your guys' pick of the week? Your number 1 pick of the week?
So my pick of the week was very much a toss-up. And when I tell you this week, I always say like it was close, but this week it was very, very, very close. But I think my pick of the week has to be Jesus Christ. I say this as I cringe. You know what? I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna say Bytchcraft number 4.
I was thinking you were gonna keep with it because every time
I wasn't going to. I was going to do my new Avengers because it was good, but it was good because this issue finally like connected everything. So yeah.
Okay. So with all these comics, real quick, tell us the premise of the comic and then tell us the issue or like what happened in the issue, and we'll talk about it.
For sure. So the Bytchcraft is about these 3 black queer witches who are in this coven, and they end up doing some spell and end up eclipsing the moon, which ends up messing up the whole magical community's powers, and everyone's like kind of fluctuating with it. And with everything going on with that, they find out that this mysterious person is trying to destroy or kill all magical beings. And later in this issue, we find out that her name is Eve Morningstar. So we and we find out that the people who have been helping her do all this are like rogue angels. So now I'm like, okay, so now we have a thing of it. She might be the daughter of Lucifer Morningstar. So we're kind of they're trying to stop her while also figuring out how to stop the eclipse. And in this, it's like the main lady, it's kind of like they're kind of like Zordon, if you will, like they're like guide. They call her mother in this, and she's kind of a cool thing because she's a representation of Mother Maiden Crone, and like throughout the book, like she changes from each one of them, and then we find out in this book that she's actually all 3 of the coven's witches' mothers, and like it's like there are 3 different people who became one person, and we kind of like see how that's going on, but we have more questions as to how that happened. But honestly, yeah, this has been good. We're like find out a lot of like what's going on and how the magical community kind of has to lean on them now because like their mother's in danger. So yeah, I very much recommend this book. It's getting good. The next issue is the final issue, and I'm very excited.
Okay,
that sounds. I honestly have never heard of it. What publisher is it?
Oh God,
Mad Cave.
Thank you, Mad Cave. Yes,
I'll have to check it out. That sounds really cool. I don't read enough like magic stuff, so I've been kind of looking for some good magic books to read.
Yeah, I love magic books, and I don't find many magic books that like catch my attention or like really catch my eyes. But this one like really like as soon as it started, it was different, and I'm like, okay, that's nice.
Let's check it out. Yeah, DC doesn't treat their magic characters very well, so you don't get a lot of. They don't.
DC
Like, Zatanna
has
got
better magic characters than Marvel. I think.
agreed. But it's hard to like prove that when you give Zatanna a 6-issue mini every 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
And let's be real, they center it around Zatanna. Like,
yeah, like Constantine sometimes gets something, but like
sometimes.
sometimes, but like
Exactly.
Dr. Fate, Etrigan, like we haven't had a demon run since 2012.
Right?
Like,
Like,
bring the Demon Knights back. That would be cool.
I mean,
I
you
miss
say
Dr.
Demon
Fate.
Knights, I say Shadow Pact, but really, why not more than one team? But like Shadow Pact or Justice League Dark or whatever. But like,
The fact there's
Yeah.
no Justice League Dark run right now is all these different Justice League titles going on right now, and there's not a Dark run.
That's crazy to me, honestly. Yeah,
we have a
exactly.
Justice League Red.
Yes.
Like, where's Justice League Dark?
well, to be
Justice
fair,
League
we barely
Unlimited.
have Justice League Red, right? It just started.
True,
Like,
and it's good. I'm not dissing it. It's
I'm
good
not.
so far.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you. That first issue was good as hell.
look,
Yeah.
Like,
I really like the second too.
yeah,
yeah.
it's like Minority Report, but for Justice League, and I kind of like it.
There's a mystery to it, so you know that's what's cool
Yes.
about that one. But look, the new history of the DC universe, I think issue 1 introduced the concept of Justice Society Dark, and they have yet to capitalize on that. So like, you know,
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. I would read the absolute fuck out of that. Actually.
and I think Teen Titans Academy introduced Young Justice Dark.
Oh yeah, they had
Yes.
Stitch. Stitch was such a cool character.
Yeah,
They're
Bring
like
back Tracy 13.
that one.
so yeah, DC has a lot of great Magic characters, but I don't know whether they think like maybe Magic isn't selling. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But who knows?
And
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, to be fair,
Oh.
Marvel. What does Marvel have? Marvel doesn't have an ongoing Strange book. They do have
Scarlet Witch, right?
Yeah. And then other than that, everything magical happens
anything
in
with
Scarlet
Clea
Witch.
Strange, I'm going to read. Anything with Clea, I'm going to read. Honestly, now I've
That's
become
new
a
Avengers.
big ass fan of her since she became Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. Okay, so Bytchcraft 4 is Aaron's pick of the week. Brandon, what do you think?
I wanted to say Absolute Evil because it was really good, but honestly, I'm very biased, and it's Batman 2.
Okay.
I
If you
am
didn't pick
loving.
Batman 2, I was gonna pick Batman 2. It had me from
Respectable.
start to finish. Sorry, Brandon,
I
go for it.
love what Matt Fraction is doing because one of my favorite runs from Batman was Paul Dini, which every issue felt like its own thing, but it had a big overarching story. Like it still continued, but like every issue you could pick up randomly and know what's going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that the biggest thing that sold me on this issue was Tim. Like I think Tim has been so underutilized,
Yes.
so misrepresented in terms of just who he is as a character. And just and just like Matt Fraction took the character that everyone's like, dude, do something with Tim, and they did a whole issue surrounded him. They made him look cool while still giving him like a cool backstory. They let Batman be a dad, which was really cool.
Right.
Doing that connection between teaching him how to drive in the past and then him having to drive Batman to safety at the end, while still doing the overarching thing with Vandal Savage and framing him for the murder of the cops and everything. I just love what Matt Fraction's doing, and Jorge Jimenez's art is, I think, my favorite Batman art of all time. It's phenomenal.
There are artists that draw really beautiful art that kind of stands still, but Jorge Jimenez in this book, his art is so dynamic. Like I felt every like flip that Tim does, right? Because Tim flips a lot in this issue.
Yeah,
like he's flipping all over the place, and like
it
does make him look badass, which is very nice for someone like Tim who gets overlooked. And like some people don't even want him to be Robin. I'm like, no. If anyone should, in my opinion, if anyone should be Robin, it's Tim. Like
he's best Robin.
I would rather Damian come up with a new name than have Tim come up with a new name.
Yes.
I'm a Dick Grayson guy. Dick Grayson's my favorite Robin, but like no bias, Tim Drake is the best Robin. It's just like Batman wouldn't be Batman without Tim. Like
Ra's al Ghul has even complimented this guy. Like, what are we doing? Like, thank you. Like,
and another little detail I love about Matt Fraction's run is the little hint, like descriptions of the bat gadgets
The
as they use them.
gadgets.
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
super like big, but like just those little like details of like what they're
Yeah.
using. Because in comic books, especially Batman comics, you get to see him use all these cool things to escape and get out of, but you kind of just have to assume what it is. But he puts like a little description and everything.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Arkham games. You know.
Yes. Yeah, like your little
In a
wheel of
lot of
gadgets.
ways. Yeah. But the thing about Tim, and I loved him again. Like I grew up with Tim.
He's my favorite Robin.
A lot of the 90s characters that were legacy characters that took up the mantles, when everything kind of went back to Silver Agey stuff, like they not only kind of wiped them away, but they still like harvest them for parts for the older character. So for example, like in the cartoon, like well, I guess so Batman animated series had Tim Drake, who was a little bit of Jason, a little bit, but for the most part, like that was Tim. But then in Teen Titans, it was Dick Grayson, but he utilized the bow staff. Like he was Tim. Anytime you get Dick Grayson on a computer, that's Tim. That's not Dick. Dick didn't do the computer stuff. He's not the computer guy. It's Tim. And so like
they take elements from the different Robins to try to specifically from they like to use Tim's stuff, but they don't like to use Tim.
Oh my god. Yes. Hands down.
Even if his suit too. Like his suit.
His emblem.
Yeah.
Everything.
The black and the red.
Oh my gosh. Every time. Like
yeah, I was also going to say Wally West, they harvested him for Barry Allen in the live-action CW show.
Yeah, people like, really think they love Barry, but they really love Wally.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Sarah Zitney. Sarah is a longtime friend and co-host of multiple shows that we do, and then she's in the chat right now, aka Miss Marauder, saying, my biological son, Tim Drake. Sarah's been posting a lot more comic content lately, and I've been loving it. So
if I have to hear "Nobody Cares About Tim Drake" one more time, I care. I care.
Will burn the house down. I will scream to the top of my lungs. Robin, Tim Drake is the only reason I care for was the main reason I care for the Bat family, and like he's the most underrated, underappreciated Robin, or honestly the Bat family, honestly, because like he should be way more famous. He should be way more like he should be in way more things than he is, and like they don't utilize him enough. But like you said, like they use a lot of his traits to like fill in for other Bat characters, and that's why I love this the Batman #2 issue, because we just get to see Tim be Tim, and just like, and also get to see the dynamic of him and Damian, because we always forget, like we never really get to see much of them in the same like together, and we always forget they're around the same age, so like it was nice to see like that.
I do not believe that.
I think at least a 5-year difference. I think at least 100%. A 5-year difference.
I think
Tim's much of a gap.
Tim's roughly 19, 20, and then Damian's like roughly 14, 15.
Yes. Okay. For sure.
I think that there's the same amount of gap between Damian and Tim from Tim to Jason.
That's fair.
That's like 5 years on either side.
Yeah, like 5 years, 5-ish years. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
but Jason's a weird one, because then you gotta like account in the resurrection and the like that's just Jason's a weird trying to find out his ages, but they just also, like to steal from Tim. Like the big examples like Young Justice. Like the show, that was Tim's team. They took everyone from Tim's team and threw it in there.
Oh my god!
Like, no, we're gonna make Dick the leader.
I was insulted.
Well, the Titans also had so many problems that we don't have time to get into. But
this is a Tim Drake podcast now.
This has become a Tim Drake podcast.
You know, I have a little bit more time as of recently. My free time is freed up a little bit more. I do want to do more podcasts to talk about just rando topics, so I'll definitely hit you guys up.
I'm gonna say, just know to add me on that document when we want to talk about Tim Drake. You know,
shout out to Batman #2 talking about police brutality, and just every. I don't know, Sarah's out there, but like Sarah, if you read Batman #2, because it was just really good. Yeah.
For someone who does not like Batman, I will say I will be on that. I was a fan of this.
Batman nerfed a shotgun blast to the back of the head. That's all I'm gonna say. He just took it.
Yeah, I hate that one guy. the one guy who shot the shotgun just to die. And I was like, he shot the guy in the back who was running away. He got shot by his partner. He died.
I'm glad the partner lived though, because he was a real one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, Batman's a good guy. What are you talking about?
Vandal's gonna kill him.
You think so?
I hate Vandal as commissioner. I just think it's super weird. Like, the guy used to be like Attila the Hun, and now he's commissioner of Gotham City. Okay, I guess.
It makes sense.
You know.
In a way.
You know.
What other place would elect him, you know?
So Batman number 2 was your pick, Brandon.
Yes.
I want to also pick Absolute Evil, and we're definitely going to talk about it. Sure.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Absolute books, definitely got to talk about it. But I'm going to shout out my personal favorite, Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League, issue number 3. If you guys aren't reading this is a heist book. The premise is that Cheetah and Cheshire are putting together a supervillain team, not of maniacal villains, but villains that can help them rob the Justice League Watchtower. They want one specific item. It's called the Power Bank, and it has a copy of everybody's powers on like a hard drive, essentially. And that's what the Power Bank is. But they need to break into the Watchtower to do it, and they have to put together a team of 6 or something. And some of them
Clarion. Sorry. No, just Clarion.
Clarion is one of them. And I mean, there's something that happens in this book with that. Well, a couple of things with Clarion. Are you guys reading this one?
I am, yeah.
I'm not, unfortunately. Now I want to. I'm like, Clarion throwback. Like, I haven't heard of Clarion in a minute.
It's Greg Rucka, right? And Nicholas Scott. It's really, really good.
Yeah. The art is great. And what I like about this series specifically is, although it's a heist and you would think it's something very big in scope, there's a lot of character moments. Just characters hanging out and eating pizza. And like, that's what it is, right? We do get introduced to, well, at least a reveal that one of the characters is essentially Damian's cousin.
Yeah. It's a grandchild of Ra's al Ghul.
It's Nissa's daughter.
Yeah. She goes by, what's her name that she goes by?
Featherweight.
Featherweight, that's it.
Because she's super strong.
Yeah. Is she the one from like the Teen Titans one with like from like Rebirth or something? I forgot.
I don't know.
Like what the cousin who like
so.
She used to. Okay.
I think she's new for this book, but she is Nissa's. She is Nissa's daughter, and Nissa just popped up in Batgirl issue 12 this week. So
yeah,
I think
Batgirl's also been amazing.
Yeah. So I just wrote Featherweight into Google with Google thinking I thought Google would just know I was talking about comics, but no.
What is it, like UFC boxing?
Yeah, it's all yeah, exactly. But I'm just trying to. Her name's Aaliyah Rotko. And I forgot that Nissa's last name is Rotko and not Al Ghul. But you know, the team's pretty cool. So I am a fan of this one. And this was my, if it wasn't for Batman number 2, this is my pick of the week. Definitely a must read. It reminds me of Super Crooks. If you've ever read the Mark Miller book Super Crooks.
I was told to stay away from Mark Millar, so I just...
No, there are certain ones, you can tell his edgier stuff from his better stuff. Super Crooks can be violent, but it still has like a hopeful angle to it. But like Nemesis is like very edgelordy.
Okay, I've read Civil War, obviously, and then I've read
Old Man Logan.
The Ultimates. Now that was some edgy Mark Millar stuff.
That was edgy, all caps.
Okay, I loved it, but because it was so bad. It was one of those things where it was so bad that I was having a really good time reading it.
I don't think I'm a hot take here. I don't think the Ultimates, up until Jeff Loeb writes the Ultimates 3, Ultimates 1 and 2 are not bad as much as they are I would like to say they're satirical. They're borderline satirical. They're a parody of
Shock factor.
What's up?
Yes.
It's like it feels like Shock Factor, like the bug
fair.
spray on Janet, and
Yeah.
like
But it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be
Hank
a
and Janet
weird
of it all.
funhouse mirror of the Marvel universe, right? The Ultimate Marvel universe.
Right.
And it was like
Yeah,
every
if it was placed in, like,
writer
the
took
real
it in a
world.
different direction. Like, how do we
Honestly.
do it? And his direction was like, okay, let's do it with like government overreach and stuff.
Yeah.
Mark Millar's like, let's spray Janet with bug spray. Jeff Loeb's like, let's make Blob eat her.
And
Yeah.
and let's have Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in a
Ah,
relationship. Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Right.
So Jeff Loeb, I think, is no, I'm not going to say it out loud. Jeff Loeb has some great classics, but I don't know what's going on with Jeff Loeb right now. As of the
Hot
last
take, Jeff
15
Loeb's not that good without Tim Sale.
I think even with Tim Sale, like,
like everything with Tim Sale is a classic, but everything without it is just meh.
Yeah, true. Anyway, we'll go down a rabbit hole with that, but I think that like I'd rather dislike Jeff Loeb than dislike Mark Millar. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like which one I would like better. Anyway, we gotta continue. Cheetah and Treasure Rob the Justice League number 3. But let's talk Absolute Evil. Did we all read this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This made me want to read the Absolute Universe for real now.
Okay, so you wait, Aaron, you read this, but you haven't read any of the Absolute books?
Nothing
but like the first issue of Absolute Wonder Woman. And don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do. But yeah, also very much. So I understand because now I'm invested. I read this issue. For some reason it didn't click to me that this might be about Absolute Universe. And then as I read, I was like, "Oh, this is about the Absolute Universe." But I was already invested at this point.
Yeah, that look wasn't because you hadn't read the Absolute Universe. It was because you've read Absolute Evil, so you couldn't appreciate the growth that we've gotten from all those villains so far.
Yeah.
Like seeing them all together was just this full circle moment that like.
Yeah.
So,
I could tell that there was something. I could tell that this was like a culmination of things that happened, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I feel like this is gonna make it. I'm gonna appreciate it more when I see like the little things when I go back and read them now because I'm going to go back.
Well,
plus they got it in trade now, so it's a lot easier.
Oh yeah. Here's a question for Aaron before I move to Brandon. Is Aaron, do you know that this is the first ever appearance of Absolute Green Arrow?
Yes, I do.
So you do know that because I feel like if you read this issue, not having read the previous ones, you would have assumed he was already a hero, and this was just the ending. Spoiler alert for Absolute Evil.
They killed my goat.
They instantly, like,
he
honestly,
didn't shoot
I thought, like,
a single arrow.
But that's the
not
point,
a one,
right?
He didn't even get started. My boy didn't even get out the trunk. Like he just like.
There was no hood. There was no feathered hat. There was no quiver.
Yet. Right? He didn't even get to ride the bike, y'all. Like he just instantly, as soon as he thought about being a hero, it was over before it began.
And they didn't just kill him. Hawkman like bashed his head in and threw him on the table.
I think it was one shot.
I popped out everything.
I think it was one shot because if you look at his mace has it like a cone part on the end, like not a spike, but it's like a blunt spike. And that's the perfect size for the hole in his head. I think he just hit him once, straight in like a hammer.
All you need.
And that was it.
Absolute Hawkman is cold though, with the rafts and the.
I hate him so much.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That his costume is cold. It is. Yeah.
But the fact that he sold out is like
the selling out part. I feel bad for any Hawkman fans, but like also, whatever. It's the Absolute Universe. They can do whatever they want. That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
Now I need Hawkgirl to come and beat the crap out of him. That's what I need.
You know what I want?
It made me feel bad for the Green Arrow fans.
Yeah. Well, they've said they're going to do a Green Arrow comic, and then they kill him, and so this may. I don't know if you guys have felt a shock like this because nobody spoiled this for me. So the fact is that when I read this issue, I didn't know. So this has to be the first not spoiled big death in comics as of recently that like nobody saw coming. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Yeah, that morning I woke up and people had flooded my comment section on a previous video about Absolute Green Arrow saying they killed him. They killed him. I'm like, I just woke up. It is 8 a.m. The comic book store's not even open.
That's not
what
cool.
the heck? The funniest thing though,
all.
I made a video about, you know how they have their own taglines, right? Like Batman's like no money, no whatever, absolute vengeance or whatever. I made a video about what Green Arrows could be for his run, and my comments on that video were flooded with no plot, no story, absolute dead. So, no bow, no arrow, no longer alive. I was like, they really came back to this video from a month ago just to comment it, and I respect it.
All right, the dedication.
That reminds me of my friend Nikhil. Nikhil's like big in X-Men and all that stuff. Yeah. Nikhil, when Gambit died in X-Men 97.
Oh my God.
Nikhil didn't watch it. He was waiting till the morning, and people texted him in the middle of the night and into the morning that Gambit had died. Like, he didn't even get a chance to watch the episode before it was spoiled for him, because he's the Gambit guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's messed up.
But what I did get spoiled about this book is somebody came into my chat or my comments and said, Lex Luthor's in the end.
Yes.
And he has hair.
Yes.
He looks like
happy?
Baby.
Question mark.
He looks like a baby. He looks so nice.
But is he good or bad?
That's what happiness will do to you. I don't know. Like I just saw him like, you look like. It seems like he was bad, but he reformed his life, and I would love to see the story of like how this like good guy is turned evil again. Like I wouldn't mind that.
I think the craziest part is that Brainiac and Mirror Master are looking in on main continuity. Like they're like peeking in on that world and taking like information from it.
Yeah.
Like, because that Brainiac's terrifying. I don't want him in main continuity, please.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on, and I thought that he was the guy who was like the mystery that Brainiac couldn't solve. And then I was like, oh no, you just can't put into a variable who he is. And now I want to know who he is. Is he supposed to be somebody?
Who?
Definitely.
Right? Is he supposed to be somebody from our universe? I feel
who?
like something. The guy who Brainiac said that he's not scared of anybody. It was the guy in the main meeting explaining everything to everyone.
No, they're
like at the end of.
So are you talking Ra's al Ghul with the glasses on?
No, not Ra's. It was the guy who was the Joker.
Yeah. Was it the guy in the suit with just a regular white dude?
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? That makes perfect sense. He was like, I can't. He's like everyone. He's like a hand of jokers or somebody.
Yeah.
Something
He says,
like that.
I never joke.
I never joke.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of build up to him in Absolute Batman. Yeah. Well, I saw a cool theory. Because the reason why Joker's not crazy in this universe is because the world is crazy. It's built off of chaos. Yeah. So his whole thing is maintaining order, because in this world, chaos is order.
And they're the absolute Justice League, and they're in the absolute Hall of Justice.
In the Hall of Justice.
And it's very also Illuminati, right? Like Marvel's Illuminati, very much. But in this way. And I think the idea is that like the heroes and good people can only do so much if the status quo is messed up,
right?
It is what it is, right? And so who knows what else is happening. I do think Roy Harper is going to be the next Green Arrow. It's the only one that makes sense.
No, I think
it's on the phone.
I think that's the misdirection. I think it's going to be Connor.
I mean, I would love either, but I'm just like, people are really like, they're really grasping at straws. Like, he was talking to Roy. It would just make sense.
Exactly, through the whole thing.
Yeah. Everything else is conjecture. It is what it is. Shout out to Val in our chat saying the Joker. Yeah, that was the Joker.
Y'all have blown my mind, y'all.
Yeah, you have to read Absolute Batman because he's insane.
I guess I do. Jesus
Like the first time you see Joker, he's literally wearing a suit of babies.
I saw him look fine, kind of, and I'm like, what's happening right now?
Oh, the Clayman issue with Bane. Yeah,
it was.
Oh, that's the Bane flashback
origin. Yeah, when he's on the beach and
Ethan, aka Virgo Blade. I give him a hard time because I'm like, oh no, you can't be simping for the Joker.
Yeah, it flared up my fuckboy tendencies.
It's the absolute Joker. It's okay.
No, but he's wearing a suit of babies.
You don't know what those babies
But
did.
you don't understand him.
He is
I can
wearing a
change
suit of
him.
babies. What?
No,
Don't be
we
like,
can
oh,
fix
I can
him.
change
It's
him. Yeah.
okay.
Right? We can fix him.
No. No.
He's just going through a hard time right now, guys. Gosh.
No. So anyway, what I will say is that the absolute Hector Hammond in this issue, I had never seen him before because I haven't gotten that far in Absolute Green Lantern. Him, and the panel that I saw from this week's Absolute Green Lantern is the reason I'm going back to Absolute Green Lantern, because I thought he was compelling in this, in a just a sleazy sort of way, but I thought he was cool, you know. So I'm very interested in that character and getting back to Absolute Green Lantern.
Absolute Green Lantern's probably the most, I want to say the most ambitious of all the Absolute, besides Absolute Martian Manhunter. I think that one's the most unique. But in terms of changing lore, Green Lantern has completely, like, this one's changed everything. Like, this has nothing to do with space cops with rings.
Yeah.
It's like, it's essentially like a religious philosophy of the color spectrum and enlightenment, and each level is a different level of enlightenment within this understanding of the universe. And the different, yeah, like green is like, or no, gold is like pure knowledge, right? And red is like the resistance to action.
Let's
And then
talk
green
about
is
Absolute Green
correct
Lantern 7,
action.
by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just so, it's insane. Like Al Ewing is doing some weird stuff with it. It's and Sinestro. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, so I don't know. Are we spoiling or?
I mean, if anyone doesn't want to be spoiled,
Right.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we set up the premise of this Absolute Green Lantern book, but like, if you want to talk about specifics, like, we can talk about it, but just fast forward and we'll be on something else next.
Oh, yeah. Specifically, they've reimagined like all, like the main Green Lantern's Joe Mullen, which is awesome, because to have a character debut first in 2020 and then now she's the main, like, that's so cool. Far Sector was amazing, but so she's like the main Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is the Black Hand, which is insane. And then you have like the big enemy is the Black Stars, which are essentially they are one of the levels of enlightenment, right? One side, Sinestro's side, sees that as will, because they see correct action, but then they choose what correct action is. That is the true power of will. Whereas the other side, correct action is chosen for you. It's really weird. But we get to see Kilowog in this issue, and he's a Black Star. We get to see Tomar Ray, and he uses the red light. But he's an anomaly like Joe, so he can like control it to it like however he wants. Mogo is a Black Star, so a giant evil planet.
Yeah.
And Sinestro is the only one who truly embodies the gold light, because John Stewart is a Gold Lantern. But he's at the end of the issue, he says like, if you are a Gold Lantern, you can only ever truly be an intern of the gold light, because if you follow the way of Oa, you can't truly be a Gold Lantern, because that is not true knowledge of will. And so at the end, it's like Sinestro's like this robotic body, and he's like got the gold halo, and it's insane.
Is it comparable to DBZ? Because people have been talking about how the Tomar Ray Kilowog fight is kind of DBZ-ish.
I've never watched Dragon Ball, but he literally puts a box around him and then shrinks him in the box into nothing, and then sends him off to Sinestro as a warning. Yeah, so I don't know if that's Dragon Ball Z, but it's pretty insane.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that panel that I saw and then Hector Hammond made me go back. So I finished, I think, issue 3. I think I'm on issue 4 right now. But I got to the issue where John Stewart, like, quote unquote, dies. And if I didn't already know that he's like literally on the cover of this issue, I would have thought he died. Which makes me, I'm going to ask outright, is Guy dead?
No. Guy is a red Lantern, technically. Not like Rage Red Lantern, but this version of the Red Lanterns, yes.
Yeah. I love how
you'll see him in issue 5, 6, 7's the best like 3-issue run of the series so far. I think 5 is where you find out about all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So really, really good. Honestly, I could tell you everything I know about the series, and I still would not be properly describing it because it's so like out there.
Yeah. I'm loving all the Absolute books now. I feel like even the weaker ones that I thought were weaker, they were all great, but some were better than others. And so the weaker ones were the ones I was kind of waiting on. And now I feel like they've all hit their stride. Like the Flash, Absolute Flash is hit, I think is like the end of this last issue was like, I'm very very
Yeah.
engrossed in it right now.
It's still at my bottom, but it's gotten to the point where every issue I'm genuinely like, okay, they've all found their mark of what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Absolute Superman.
I mean,
is that a good segue?
Yeah,
Did I do that?
Absolute Superman. For anyone out there, we're talking a lot about DC Comics, but we also got other Marvel comics that are out this week. But this is actually one of the first weeks because I have to, I keep track of all
Watch
this.
your mouth, sir.
What? No, what? I didn't say anything. What was I gonna say?
No, it's not Fred.
You said Marvel Comics, and I said boo.
I mean, I read everything that I can. Anything I can get my hands on, I read. But this is the first week that Marvel Comics has less comics out this week than DC.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they have about 5 comics more than DC. But this week, DC had 14. Marvel had 13. Find it very interesting. But DC has a pretty solid slate. Let's talk about Absolute Superman number 12. And then we'll flip over to some Marvel stuff, and then we'll come back because a lot of DC to cover. I'm trying to remember what happened in this one. What's happened?
His cape is his brother.
His cape is his brother. His living artificial intelligence cape.
Yeah, it's not really his brother. It's essentially like his pocket. Like he was there for him on Earth since he landed. He's been his only companionship outside of the isolation that he's felt away from humans.
Yeah.
And he's been there for him to make sure he bathes himself and he eats and he interacts with humans so he's not alone. And we get this really nice moment of him being like, because he always is hating on Soul, which is the name of the cape, the artificial intelligence, because he's always like, oh, you're always whining and telling me what to do. But at the end, he's like, you know what? This is the one time you're wrong. You have always been there for me. And it was just a really sweet moment of
his cape is AI.
So his cape, Aaron, is like red dust nanites.
The ashes of Krypton.
So it's like it becomes this mist sometimes, and then sometimes it's more of a cape, but it's like an AI nanite red mist cape.
That sounds fucking cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta read the Absolute. It's so good.
I know, right? Oh, jeez.
Ra's al Ghul is the main villain in this, and Brainiac is supporting the villain, and then Peacemaker. There's like a squad of peacemakers essentially, and so there's all that. But as of the end of this issue, again, spoiler, fast forward 30 seconds if you want to. At the end of this, Ra's al Ghul and Talia. By the way, I want to say it every time I get a chance to. I called that was Talia. I always bring it up. I called it on the show, and then it got revealed, and I was like, ha!
I had no idea. I genuinely was surprised. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Lana or something, which we did see in this issue as well.
We did. We saw
she's a waitress.
Waitress with a shotgun, right?
A shotgun toting waitress.
Yeah,
that's Lana.
Okay, I just need where's Steel?
I would love Absolute Steel.
Absolute Steel would be so cool. Because we got Jimmy, we got Lana, we got Lois, we got all the supporting cast.
Right.
Yeah.
Steel on the top.
But that's the thing. They can keep going. Where's Absolute Bibbo Bobowski? You know Bibbo? Do you know Bibbo, Brandon?
Yeah. The bartender.
Yeah. He kind of
wait,
looks
was
like
he not? He's.
Was he?
Am I tripping? He's the fighter from Absolute Batman, was he not?
Oh, was
Remember
he?
the one that Black Mask was training with on the boat?
Is that Bibbo? Wait, didn't he?
The one that Waylon Jones was gonna fight? I'm pretty sure. I might be mixing the names up.
I'll have to look him up. But okay.
I want to say, but I might be wrong on that.
I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, I don't know. Absolute Superman 12 also just a great issue. And in the end, they invade Smallville. So we got that to look forward to.
Yeah, dementia-ridden Ma Kent just breaks my heart.
You know what I would love to happen? What if Soul bonds to Martha?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something out of pocket, what if Martha could die?
What if? Yeah. No. Just I don't want Absolute Martha Wayne to die either. I wouldn't want Absolute Ma Kent to die either. So what if Soul bonds? What if Soul
Martha
bonds
Wayne's alive,
Martha?
by the way?
Side note, the Bobowski thing about the Absolute Universe, you were correct about that, Brandon. That is him.
That's a pull right there.
Issue number 3.
Issue number 3, Absolute Batman. Yep.
Don't mess with Batman. If anything I know, it's Batman.
Oh, he gets his arm broken.
Absolute fuck out of that. No pun intended.
Oh no, he goes completely dead. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
He goes completely dead. Okay,
He goes-
okay.
yeah.
Not just
All right.
halfway dead. He's like
No,
He's
dead.
completely dead. I thought his
He's like
arm just
100%,
gets broken.
99%.
And, you know.
Oh yeah.
Sarah says there was a lot of absolute Martian Manhunter cosplayers at LACC. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more absolute Martian Manhunter cosplayers. I want to
Makes
see.
me very happy.
I want to see the whole absolute like cosplay community because like absolute Wonder Woman in real life. Aaron, you're muted again. Aaron, you're muted.
Oh my God! Again, no, I would absolutely love to see an absolute Wonder Woman costume. I think that would absolutely be, excuse my terminology, cunt as fuck. Yeah, I would absolutely love to see it.
In person, I've seen Batman, Flash, and Martian Manhunter. I have not seen Wonder Woman, Superman, or Green Lantern yet.
Yeah.
So
I want to see a Martian Manhunter. I love the John Jones love that is coming up right now.
Next con, I should do an absolute Hal Jordan. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty easy though, because you get the flight jacket, you get the jeans, and then you just gotta do like a giant styrofoam, like black hand type of thing that he has with like the weird eyes on it. It's a weird design.
My friend Michelle has a absolute Flash cosplay that she does.
Oh, cool!
Shout out to Blue Beetle's bug out there. What was I saying? Oh, we didn't even get to touch on it last time, but because I think was it last week or the week before? Absolute Wonder Woman issue 12, I think, or 11, introduced Absolute Zatanna.
Yes.
All locked up.
She was straitjacketed with like a muzzle on. She's gonna be insane. Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
And it also teased the Absolute Suicide Squad as well with Cheetah, Giganta. They were all in those cells as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming it's the Suicide Squad. She called it Project SS1, which I'm assuming is Suicide Squad 1.
Yeah.
But
I can see it. Okay. Makes sense.
Let's flip over to a couple of Marvel books that we read this week. I know that Brandon wasn't able to get to it, but Aaron, X-Men Age of Revelation. It's a new crossover event. This is the Overture, which is the first issue, or like the prologue issue that's kind of set up. Are you a fan of this or not?
I am, oddly. I don't know. It's one of those things where like it's so odd that I'm invested in what's happening, what's going to happen next. Like I don't know, like especially seeing from like it's coming from like a religious standpoint, kind of in a way. Like and especially after following Krakoa, where Krakoa was kind of like a religion within itself. Like it kind of makes me intrigued to see where they're going with it, especially with the Cypher of it all. Like Cypher being the center of everything, and not only that, being the inheritor of Apocalypse, which who would have ever thought that would have been the guy out of that whole the challenge to see who would be the heir of Apocalypse that would come out of that victorious.
Yeah. So Brandon, do you follow X-Men at all or not?
Now I'm having my absolute moment right now that you were just having. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that was me. You're me right now. Okay,
I have no idea what's going on.
So just a quick thing. Basically, there was a character on the New Mutants back in the day. His name was Cypher, and his only mutant power was he could understand any language. Now, different writers have put their spin on what that means. So it got to a point where he can understand body language. He can kind of mimic some stuff, but for the most part, like communication is his like mutant power. Now, there was a short-lived miniseries that happened right after Age of, the Krakoan Age stuff, where Apocalypse is like, I need a successor. 12 mutants are going to compete for my blessing, essentially. So in the end, Cypher wins. He gets blessed by Apocalypse, and he gets boosted. And his boost, instead of being able to understand any language, essentially he can make other people understand him, which means he can persuade, hypnotize, that sort of thing. So he has sort of this extended reach of persuasion, where really he's convincing you. As far as I can gather, it's not fully mind taking over someone's mind, but it is communicating with you. His
power is basically inspiration.
What's that?
It's kind of like his mutant power is inspiration in a way.
In a way, like people will agree with you, even if you say something bad. Like you are convincing in that way.
Exactly.
So you're not taking over their mind. you're convincing them to kill their friend. It is what it is.
Right.
You know? So Cypher is now known as Revelation, and this crossover event takes place
Such an amazing
10
name.
years in the future
That is
or
really
something,
good.
20 years in the future. And
Yeah.
Revelation has taken over the Earth because some like explosion went off that like either gives you mutant powers or kills you. So it's like this virus, but then Revelation is running the world, and basically this kicks off that the X-Men rebels in the future bring Cyclops and Beast's minds from the past,
Yeah.
their
From the
consciousness, into their essential dead bodies, like of the future, so that they can
Yeah.
solve the problem there.
Which I have so
So
many
is it
questions
like
about that.
Is it like a Days of Futures Past type of
It's
thing?
like
That's
Days
kind
of
of
Future
exactly.
Past meets Age of Apocalypse.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of borrowing from.
Meets Age of X kind of in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm so the only X-Men I've read is Ultimate X-Men. I also read Avengers versus X-Men. Those are the two.
I'll
Okay.
get you on X-Men if you want. Because
Yeah.
I would love to. My wallet would not.
That's fair. I'll tell you what.
There's
Something that I've noticed is people who really love DC, for some reason, latch on to X-Men. Like, it's a very...
Yeah.
It's not DC and, like, Avengers. That's a weird bridge.
Yeah.
Like, people don't...
Unless you
that gap.
super duper love Justice League.
To that point, yeah. Yeah. But if, like, for some reason, I've met a lot of people who only read X-Men from Marvel and they read DC.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
I do love the
my
Ultimate Universe. I'm not big on Ultimate X-Men though.
And see, that's why I feel bad for you, because that's not that's not where you want to start in.
No.
I haven't even watched the Ultimate. I have a hard time reading the Ultimate X-Men, and I love the X-Men, and it just
I mean, you are King Krakoa.
and it just like literally like my whole name is molded after them, and I just it's hard for me to get into that one. Like I think if anything, I think you would love the like Cohen stuff. I think that would be that's always a
That's
great
what people keep telling me to start, but I'm so much of a completionist. Like I started in New 52, and I've literally been on a mission to read everything from New 52 to current. That's like thousands of books.
I'm very much that way as well. So I think what reading the Krakoan stuff will make you want to read the old stuff, because they connect it so well with the old stuff, where you're like, oh, they talk about it, so you know enough to like what's happening, but also enough to like where you would want to know, like, hey, what happened in this?
I can go pick up that book and get the extra context.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Krakoan Age does like really deep cuts, not just for the sake of doing deep cuts, but for like, the celebration of X-Men history. Like, for example, there's a girl that used to date Sebastian Shaw, who's the leader of the Hellfire Club, and like she died a long time ago.
Ages ago.
And then I think
80s.
we find out that Emma Frost faked that girl's
Right.
death, and you bring her into comics now. And like she's a teleporter, I think. So like there's this whole thing. Anyway.
Honestly, going back to the whole like DC fans tend to lead toward X-Men, now that I think about it, like 4 of my 5 favorite Marvel characters are X-Men. Like it's like I got Spider-Man, and then I like love Deadpool. I love Gambit. I love Iceman.
Yeah.
And then I really like Angel for some reason. I like the wings. I think they're cool.
That's a take. Okay.
Like who you want to like.
One of the first. Cool. You know, like who you want to like. That's crazy.
But then again, I've never read Angel in my life. I just think wings cool.
You know.
The wings are cool.
Yeah.
Especially when they're metal and you know.
Yeah. We got to skip to more books, but I will say that somebody brought up that Ultimate Wolverine, the current comic Ultimate Wolverine, is more of an Ultimate X-Men book. Ultimate X-Men is more like Ultimate Runaways. So in a way, it's like the Runaways from Marvel, actually, but it's like Ultimate Runaways.
I do love Ultimate Wolverine. Yeah, Chris Condon is. I'm so sad they're canceling Green Arrow. Everyone go sign the petition.
That Green Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's writing Green Arrow and Ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah.
But everyone, please go sign the petition, please.
I mean, we just need. At a certain point, Green Arrow is going to make a DCU debut, and he's going to get an ongoing that lasts a while. That's what I think. Yeah. At some point. All right. Did anyone read Amazing Spider-Man?
No.
Okay, so Amazing Spider-Man 13. I'm going to just chime in on this, and then I want to hit New Avengers 5 because I know Aaron is.
Yes.
And then we'll go through all the other rando stuff that we read. Amazing Spider-Man 13, I really loved. It takes place all off planet. Basically, Peter Parker is off planet. There's another Spider-Man that's protecting New York, but Peter Parker is off world, and he got taken captive by this alien scientist, and so did Rocket Raccoon and whatever. So this is literally Peter Parker fighting aliens, teaming up with aliens. It's Peter Parker in outer space wearing like a techno-organic spider suit. It's really cool if that's your thing. I love it. And Rocket's there. It's fun. That's all.
Is it still Joe Kelly, right? On the
Yeah.
Okay. I remember he replaced Zeb Wells.
Yeah. I love Joe Kelly.
I'm convinced that Zeb Wells isn't that bad, but I've also never read his Spider-Man
At all.
I loved
I loved
He's one
the
of my
Deadpool
favorite.
Batman crossover.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Don't get me wrong. The Spider-Man one was a lot.
But I don't
But
think it was his
everything
fault.
else.
I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was just like he dealt with the cards he had. Honestly.
Dude, people
I
were
think
so mad
Marvel
when he got
pushed a
announced
lot.
to be the editorial.
Yeah.
People were mad when he got announced for Deadpool, but I was like, y'all know he was a writer on Rick and Morty, right? Like, if anyone's gonna write Deadpool, like Cody Ziegler, also another writer on
Yes.
Rick and Morty, like he did great on Deadpool as well. Like,
Yeah.
I think
I
Zeb
love-
Wells got it handled.
I love Cody Ziegler on Deadpool and Miles Morales Spider-Man. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And Zeb Wells is an executive producer on the Marvel Zombies too.
he wrote that. So
Yeah.
that's a whole different podcast. And at some point I need to do an episode on Marvel Zombies.
We do
But,
keep going off on
Yeah.
tangents.
Right.
hey, look, I'm the host. It's my job, you know.
Let me know if you need it.
I'll bring us back. So, real quick, let's hit New Avengers number 5.
Oh man.
As we're nearing the end of the episode, we'll start picking up the pace. So, are you digging this, Aaron?
Oh, I'm loving every single issue, honestly. It's such an off-the-wall team that I never would have thought to add together, but they work so good together and complement each other in such a way that I'm like, okay. And then we find in this issue, like, Clea and Doctor Strange have like an open marriage type thing that they do.
Not in this issue, in one of the past issues, but yeah.
Yeah, it was in issue. I thought it was this one where like they flirt, where she was flirting with Namor, or Namor was flirting with her.
Yeah,
Namor's flirting with everybody's wife.
Yeah, no, he look here. One thing about Namor, two things for sure, he does not give a fuck, and you know you can only appreciate it. He's Marvel's one of Marvel's greatest fuckboys, and
in real life, I don't appreciate it, but it is fun to see in comics.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Namor like needs to understand that like no means no, and that just because you're king of a kingdom doesn't mean you get your way all the time. Like, stop being a brat. You know?
Facts.
Bro's just blind to wedding rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his weakness. He can't see wedding rings.
That's nothing but an obligation.
Namor is the personification of, hey, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
Yeah,
Namor's like marriage is just a piece of paper, and paper doesn't hold up underwater.
Yeah.
The ink runs underwater, guys.
So, New Avengers number 5 deals with the Killuminati, specifically the Namor clone. So the Killuminati is the clones of the Illuminati. There's a big twist at the end. I'm not sure where this is going. It could either lose me or keep me going. So we'll see.
Yeah, it depends on what happens next. I kind of hope that they keep this team, like, because I kind of like this idea of like this, like, kind of Avengers squad of like people who will do the deed, who are not afraid to kill, and like this team of like seeing Namor and Wolverine and Laura Kinney Wolverine interact with each other now. Like, I would have never thought I would have loved that, or Carnage. And I'm like, I'm loving every moment of this like little ragtag group of people. So I'm excited to see what happened with the Killuminati next issue.
Also, the premise of this book is that they are the Avengers that kill. So
yes,
there's kind of a drawn out execution scene in this.
Like, oh my god, yeah. Where they like curb stomp the clone Mr. Reed Richards.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, I get why they killed him, because sure.
It was sad though. I felt bad for him kind of.
How do you curb stomp Mr. Fantastic to kill him?
Oh.
Doesn't he just stretch?
I forget what
he did. And they found a way. You know,
wow. Okay.
just they all took a turn, just kicking the absolute shit out of him. And I'm like, oh, he was like, he made points. He was like, I was a prisoner and we were all made for a reason to do these things. We didn't want to do these things, but they also made a point where
he said we wanted to, but he says that we're clones, but we have souls. We made the choice, but by making the choice, we're alive. And don't I deserve to live? I'm not just like a mindless clone. He does say that.
And he was like, I deserve to, and it was one point where he says, I deserve to live just like everyone else. And then Black Widow just points the gun and simply says, no. Click. And I'm just like, this is amazing. This is what you live for.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, the new issue of Absolute Green Lantern, Mogo's pulling up to destroy a planet because of the 3 Green Lanterns on the planet. This is a planet of 7 billion people. So one of their people was like, no, don't kill us. That's just 3 people on our planet. There's 7 billion of us who live here. Then he's cut off by Mogo destroying the planet. And Mogo goes, no, there aren't.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Oof.
So that Black Widow moment just reminded me of that. No, there's not 7 billion people here anymore.
Oof. I gotta get back on that. All right. Real quick, I just want one sentence, Aaron, on Spirit of Violence issue 1, which I think is just a bunch of Ghost Riders teaming up.
You know what? And I can definitely only give you a sentence on it because I definitely just breezed through it. It was good. It was a nice moment. For Johnny Blaze. Anytime they can bring Johnny Blaze and Kitsch together, they're going to do it. And it's like another family member who is also a Ghost Rider, and I'm like, why does your family have this monopoly on Ghost Riders? What is happening? But it was a nice little book. I just want to see. Just read it honestly because I thought my Spirit Avengers was going to be in it, and it was Kashala, who used to be the Spirit of who used to be the Sorcerer Supreme. But it was nice.
Okay, cool. All right, so to hit the rest of the books that are on our list of everything that we read, we'll just do quick 1-sentence reviews as we close up, because I think a lot of us overlapped on this stuff. So, Adventures of Superman, Book of L, issue number 2. Did you guys read this one?
Imagine not reading that. That's crazy.
You're talking about me?
Don't you shame me like this. Don't you dare shame me like this more than I already am.
No, it was really good. The second issue really hooked me.
I got lost halfway, and I just kind of flipped through the rest. And I'll go back because it was almost showtime, so I was like, okay. But the last couple pages, Aaron, I don't know if you're okay with spoilers, but it's the far-flung future, and Jimmy Olsen is an old man, and it was like, what?
Yeah, it's not just 50 years, it's thousands of years later. Yeah, but I think there's something in the fortress keeping him alive. I think that's what it is. Probably a stasis chamber or something.
Or he's a robot, maybe.
I don't know. But Brainiac, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. So, Batgirl number 12.
Love Tate Brown. Everything he does is phenomenal.
I mean, I love this series. I do think this was one of the weaker issues. But we do see Nyssa.
That's cool. Yeah. And Angel Breaker, which is pretty cool.
Angel Breaker, because we haven't seen Angel Breaker in a while. And then we see an old, the shapeshifter girl. I forget her name, but
yeah, from a Batgirl run in 2000.
Yeah. But I mean, I love Batgirl, just like I like Birds of Prey, because Batgirl's also in it.
Birds of Prey was good too.
Yeah.
It's sad that one's ending as well.
Yeah, it is. I have my thoughts on how it works, but yeah, Birds of Prey, issue 26, really good. Did you guys read Zatannic Panic?
I did not. Not yet.
Okay, so this is my thing, is some anthology books are hit or miss. Here's the thing. I thought it was going to be Halloween themed, and it was less about Halloween themed. A lot of stories don't have anything to do with Halloween or even the time of year, but it has to do with demons. So that's kind of the through line. It's not Halloween related. It's demon related.
Interesting.
In different ways. Sure, in the Constantine one, there's a werewolf, not a demon. But for the most part, they're all demons or imps or it's all that.
It's a magic-y kind of book, not necessarily a Halloween kind of book.
Kind of, yeah. But also a lot of hell, right? It's satanic. Mm-hmm. It's a play on Satanic Panic, right? So it's Zatannic Panic. And so she's dealing with, everybody's dealing with a guy. You get Etrigan. Etrigan's in this.
Okay,
Okay.
so basically they were like, hey, we're not going to give any of your favorite Magic users a run, but we'll give you a couple short stories.
Right.
Essentially, in this time of year.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what they do with the Asian characters. The one
And,
Oh my
and the
God,
DC
every
and DC
time.
Pride characters.
the
I will say
yeah.
though, that was the last
And I
episode I
want
was
City
on.
Boy back.
Was DC Pride 2025 when
Okay.
that one came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was probably one of the best books of the year. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a good book.
The Alan
Yeah.
Scott stuff and
Oh my God, that was really good.
Yeah. I had Tim Sheridan on the show to talk about that one.
Really?
And that was cool, yeah. All right, so Zatannic Panic. I didn't understand the Plastic Man one. If you guys ever go back and read Zatannic Panic, let me know what the Plastic Man was about, because I didn't understand it at all.
Do we ever need to know more about the Plastic Man?
Gotham Academy first year. I know that.
Well,
I didn't read it.
I don't understand. It's the first year, but they've already done this. They did it in the New 52, so they're just basically doing it again, and it's her first year again. So like, okay, I guess. I mean, it was good. It was just like I don't understand. Why didn't we just do her third year? Because they've already did year 1 and 2 in the New 52. Why redo the first year again? I don't know. It's Becky Cloonan, so it's good.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Okay. JSA issue 12. My big concern with this one, it wrapped things up way quick.
Really quick.
Like
Dr. Fate was just like, oh, I know.
That was it. It was.
That was it.
I know the real names of the demons, and that was it. Like,
yeah. And these things were supposed to be like big bats. Like these things were like reality eating monsters from a different dimension. He was just like, oh, it's okay. I know their real names. We're good.
Yeah.
It's over now. But Kid Eternity is now the Spectre, which is crazy.
Is Kid Eternity the Spectre?
Yeah, at the end, Spectre possesses her.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because he's like, I've been trapped here too long. I need your body for this. And then just takes their body.
Yeah. I also wonder what happened to Crispus Allen as the Spectre from Gotham. You know Crispus, right? That was his name, right? Crispus Allen? You remember?
I don't know.
You guys know the black detective who dies in Gotham? He's in Gotham Central. And Greg Rucka's Gotham Central, right?
Oh, I haven't read Gotham Central.
And the Spectre, he becomes the new Spectre. This is pre-New 52.
After Jim Corrigan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't read Gotham or
Not that I had to look at it. I do not remember him, but apparently he's
Renee Montoya's partner. Like not sexual partner, but police partner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Renee's a hardcore lesbian. Right.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. JLA the Omega Act. I thought was a really interesting issue. It's mostly
good one.
Doomsday and Time Trapper and Booster Gold, and then Flash runs in. You get a flashback to Laura and Ursa. No.
Ursa, yeah.
Is it Ursa?
Yeah.
Discovering a connection
it's
between
Ursa.
It's Ursa, yeah. A connection between Krypton and Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, and the heart, I'm guessing, which is the heart of Apocalypse that they were talking about in the synopsises.
You mean Heart of Darkseid?
No, the heart of Apocalypse is
Apocalypse. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but it was in some is it synopsises or synopsi? What's the plural of synopsis?
I think it's synopsis.
Synopses.
Oh, I was going to say synopsi. Okay.
Not synopsi.
Yeah.
I was going to agree with you. It sounded better.
It's low-key a good superhero name, synopsi.
Synopsi, yeah.
They can sum up anything.
Yeah. That sounds like a Rick and Morty episode.
I was literally thinking it's one of those Rick and Morty villains.
Like, yeah. So this is leading us into DCKO, which makes me think that DCKO is going to be way more layers than just wrestling competition. Like, it's not just going to be a battle tournament. I think there's a lot going on with DCKO.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 10 books that are tying into it. Like, not just tying into it, but leading into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 or 7 of the all-in books were made specifically to lead into what's happening with KO. Who do you think's going to win?
I don't know, but I know that I don't really care who wins as long as it's a good story. And that's how I feel about any battle whatsoever.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Superman, personally. I think it just makes the most sense because they said if Dark Knight's Metal was a Batman story and Death Metal was a Wonder Woman story, this is a Superman story. So it just kind of makes sense.
Okay.
I think maybe Superman wins, but he hands it to somebody else.
Possibly.
You know? Then you get the
Yeah,
best of both
that's
worlds, I
the
guess.
true.
You can actually go on DC right now and put together a bracket that you think is going to be the win, and if you are correct, you get drawn in a future DC book.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
it's a really
want to
cool.
be King Omega.
Right.
All right, we're running out of time, so really quick, Poison Ivy 37.
Yes, if I'm going to pitch this book to anyone, it's one of the best books on shelves right now. Okay, Poison Ivy just found out that Janet betrayed her. Janet from HR, part of the throuple with Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
really crazy here. Yeah, because she talked to the living tree lady and gave up Poison Ivy after Janet was infected with the fungal spores that Poison Ivy was going to wipe out the world with. It's a whole thing. It's 37 issues in, but it is genuinely one of the best ongoings right now. G. Willow Wilson's killing it. Please read Poison Ivy. Everyone watch.
That's a run-on sentence, but I'll allow it.
I preach it every time I go on anything. Read Poison Ivy.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, Aaron, did you read Umbrella Academy Plan B? Number 3?
Yeah, very much.
I need one
yeah,
actual sentence, Aaron, and then we got
okay. You know me. You know me so well. Great, adventurous. It kind of gives me like the last season vibes. I'm intrigued to see where they go with the next like Sparrow Academy and like Umbrella Academy versus each other.
Okay, cool. And then I think last one is X-Men Undertow, which is just a reprint of the Infinity comics put together.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? The cover is cool looking. I'll tell you.
Honestly, yes. And I hate that you gave me this one last because I want to talk about this one the most. But no, it's okay. Lifeguard is honestly like I love the Extreme X-Men, and Lifeguard was one of my favorite obscure X-Men. I loved her story and the story about the danger sensing X-Men, like having to adapt to being on Earth and Krakoa, and the story about Beak and Angel and their kids. That was a very like heartwarming story, and I kind of hope they continue that.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I only had money to buy one comic a month, if maybe two. I did Ultimate X-Men for sure, and then I sometimes did Extreme X-Men. The art the art in Extreme X-Men, especially Lifeguard, but Lifeguard, Psylocke, Storm, Rogue, like that got me through puberty. I'll tell you that. Salvador LaRocca's art for those.
Yeah.
I think I was in like junior high at the time, and I was like,
I need to write this down. What did you say the name was?
Extreme X-Men. It was back when like X-Men just wore a lot of leather, like because the X-Men movie had just come out and everybody was badass. But like Salvador LaRocca's art is so good, and so anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I think that's all the books that we read this week. Across everything. Obviously, there was ones that we didn't, get to read, but that's what we do. We go live 24 hours after they drop. So what are you gonna do? I want to thank everybody out there in the chat. First of all, thank you to Sarah Zitney, aka Miss Marauder. If you're not already following her, follow Miss Marauder on social media. And then shout out to Val, who got to drop in just for a second and chat with us. So thank you, Val. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Brandon. Aaron, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Yes, of course. So you guys can always find me at King Krakoa on TikTok and at the King Krakoa on Instagram. Nothing coming up so far, but always gonna be starting my videos again soon. So just stay tuned.
Awesome. And then Brandon, what about you? Where can we find you?
The Cozmik Collector on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. Not sure what, but I'm doing it.
You are. You post the most out of anyone I know. So
yeah, I figured out about 5 minutes before I posted, so it's not a scheduled thing, but it's coming.
All right. For anyone out there who wants to follow me personally, because I got some stuff coming up, you find me at This Is Dimithri on Instagram, unless you're an old person, and that's okay too. I do have a Facebook as well, .com/This Is Dimithri. But if you're interested in the Keeg and all the shows that we offer, including Comic Talk, which is what you're watching and or listening to right now, follow us at The Keeg Show on social media. TikTok and Instagram are our biggest ones, but we're also on like Blue Sky and Threads and all that. At The Keeg Show /The Keeg Show, wherever you can find The Keeg, we are there. If you're watching us live, you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. If you're listening to us, that was via podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Audible, all that stuff. So we are out there. in case you want to find us. If you have found us, if you have are watching us, however you're digesting us, like, comment, subscribe, follow, write a review, do your thing, help support us. And it doesn't have to be monetary, just be in the form of likes and views and stuff. Or if you want to support the show monetarily, you can go to patreon.com/The Keeg Show. We're going to be doing more with Patreon soon. Like I said, I have more free time coming up. So we'll see where this show goes. Also, go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you, support your local comic shops, listen to this show and get to know comics, but then also, go out and pick up something if something sounds interesting. So support your local comic shops, support your local public libraries, because you can also find comics there, but even if you can't, support your local public libraries. That's pretty much it. That's my spiel. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Aaron, so much for coming on. Once again, I am your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been another episode of Comic Talk for the week of October 2nd, 2025. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Super strong or super fast. Gotta beat the boss and get the loot. Cause it's the king, and we got geek news.